always cave in and just kill them. I've never killed a goblin whole life.
You haven't lived, my friend.
I have lived more than you, my friend.
I can't say I've ever killed a goblin.
I think I've had more fun in my pinky.
Where I come from.
I've had fun.
Yeah, we battled last week. Awesome. We battled last week.
Weapon on the head indicates that you are not there. Otherwise, they will try to hit you. And that's just annoying.
Stop and think. I've got this, and this. I'm good. I want to take a look at myself in the mirror. David, what's my stats?
I will call if you're down. I will also be calling defenses for you. So if somebody hits you with something, you might hear me call like bang, reflect, whatever.
Event itself is a 3-day fully immersive performance activity. A lot of people are giving it a misnomer of saying it's a LARP event. It involves LARPing, but it also involves theatricality, it involves performance art, it involves photography, video, painting, sculpture, all the traditional arts in a lot of ways that you'd see in a gallery space. What we've got is, imagine walking in and having every square inch turned into this fantasy world that's involving artists following a common line of vision. So individual artists are building rooms and artwork that will be inserted into this area.
We're standing in the Guild of One pub. This is a pub that was built for the LARP event by myself and my apprentices this summer, and we prepared for it in my studio and moved all the equipment, materials, and supplies here in a day, and in 4 days we had this entire pub completed for the LARPers to come in and have a fantastic good time. I'm an artist first and foremost. I do have some gaming background from back in my undergrad college days, so I tapped into that old self and put that forward and used that to inspire me to do everything that's been done around here at the pub.
Try again, sir.
This is like a new gaming community that's just an evolution of what I knew as an undergrad. Anything that has some sort of hobby association with it, I'm drawn to. And that's one of the reasons that I was tapped to and inspired by doing something for this LARP event. Because it's an entire subculture that's based on a hobby, of personal pursuits towards one's entertainment. And I think all the work that I do revolves around the term hobby, which has this fine line between fine art, and fine craft. And I believe it's a very narrow band or a fence that we dance along the top of. You touch both worlds at the same time, you're touching neither of them.
You cannot approach the Lord's Guild.
Oh, that? Wait, is this something?
It involves what some people jokingly refer to as found performance art within LARPing, and we're using it within the context of the rules of LARPing. High ogres are race apart from monstrous ogres. High ogres are perhaps one of the bravest of all sentient species. They live for good combat and seek any opportunity to prove their prowess in the battlefield. They are very proud of their deeds and often brag endlessly on past battles, so make up lots of tales about past battles, battling things. You are not dumb. You just can't understand scholarly skills.
Scholarly skills.
You hate the undead. What color are high ogre lips?
I would assume
Another high ogre. I'm gonna.
I would say contrasting black.
maybe, however, it's not always...
Do you know what color lips a high ogre has?
Get this.
I would just assume, like...
Most people just do black or something.
Yeah, it's usually a black or a dark brown, perhaps.
Okay, cool. Black or dark brown. Go for it. We'll get you up it. We're going to be back there in Monster Camp coaching people as to what to do and where to move forward into this. They'll be able to experience what LARPing is. It allows a structure with a group of people that will immediately be able to insert themselves without having to learn a lot of rules and jargon and such. And they become the central pivot point, the characters and the cast for this world that we're creating, to be able to immerse everybody into this.
Yeah, you go. Is that a real pig head? I don't know. We're bringing it to the corporate wizard.
Although maybe.
It will involve literally hundreds of volunteers coming in, wearing costumes, putting on characters, and playing, role-playing with people. Make way! Oh, gosh, there's one. Oh, my God, that's so beautiful. My friend! Talking with people saying, how do you play and how do you do this? I said, look at Cops and Robbers and the way kids play like that. It's a matter of having a suspension of disbelief, believing the character that you want to be, and having fun with it.
Have you considered a corporate re-image for yourself?
Do you have a few?
Yeah. Try some in your bottles too.
Oh.
Awkward. That is uncomfortably awkward. Wow. Hey, what just happened? You're uncalled for. I deeply apologize that our spectacular meal could end so horribly. People come in with an attitude of being overly serious and overly uptight about what performing can be. Just think back to play and have fun with it.
Okay. Yep. And basically what you're throwing is you're throwing bolts of Eldritch Flame. If you hit people, it bursts and does a good chunk of damage. So you're kind of like, I'm going to burn down the nastiest looking guy. Nope, you just have to say Magic Flame Bolt. The players will know exactly how much it is.
I get to set people on fire.
Wondering how high up we are, or how high up we are.
Sorry, I'm going through the abilities. I don't want to duplicate too many of them. The purpose of LARPing is generally for people to come out, socialize, have a good time, and do so in an environment that allows them to play or be play at being something that might be anything from a single facet of themselves they don't get to express very often. Too often, their characters will be all the things that they would like to be able to do kind of in their day-to-day lives.
Yeah, I'll go left, you go right.
There's gotta be, there's a giant fairy!
Try to not fight the goblin.
One of the things that's most difficult to do in a safe manner is to have representative battles. If two people are going to be in combat, sword fighting, what have you, we don't want to actually be chopping off legs, causing any actual injuries. The way we do that is we use what we call boffer weapons. Each weapon is made primarily of a section of PVC pipe. You can see the wrapped handle here. This is a section of 3/4 inch PVC pipe. We wrap that with foam, anywhere from a pool noodle to pipe foam insulation, depending on what supplies are available. And then we duct tape that to make sure that it's secure and safe, because we don't want any part of the pipe being exposed during play. We use a number system, so every time somebody swings at somebody else, they've got a call that lets them know how much damage representatively I'm doing. If I was swinging, I might call 2 normal. At that point, what I'm saying is my swing is worth 2 points of damage. There's nothing special about it. That's what the normal entails. And part of that call is also to make sure that the combat speed remains at a safe and fun level. Especially long-term players can really whip these pipe foam around with way too much speed to be much fun for a lot of more beginner players.
Chaos, 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 chaos.
So by adding that call and having that call in there, we help ensure that the combat remains at a slower level. One thing we always have to remind people about sometimes is that our combat is representative. It is not designed to be taken in a physical sense. If I hit you in the arm, that doesn't necessarily mean I'm slicing into your arm. It's representative of me doing damage in some ways. And sometimes people wonder why we don't use a hit system with some other LARPs do. If you hit your leg, the leg's gone. If you hit the arm's gone. Things like that. That's not necessarily a bad system, it's just not the one we choose to use.
I can marshal a card. What is it you're giving it?
Lightning blast.
Lightning is no effect.
She wasn't calling no effect, so can I
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying I'll marshal your card.
And ultimately, it really boils down to the stories between the different people playing the game and running the game and how they interact.
Hey, Wolf, there's one behind you.
Form a circle around us!
As it fluctuates through the area and bounces through.
It's just fun. In a lot of ways, it's getting together with people and having fun with playing with other adults in a fantasy role-play world.
I hear that you're looking, that you might be interested in the power of the dragons. Being able to call rituals, like you can cast battle magic. I know where you can learn it. All I ask is in exchange is just access to your scroll library to spellcraft once. Just this evening. And I'll tell you where you need to go.
We're going to spill into the parks, we're going to be spilling into the streets, having these adventures. And at any point, something will be going on. It may just be people sitting around a campfire having a discussion over how they're going to deal with a challenge or a quest that they're on. People will be living here and sleeping here. It will be available 24 hours a day for the 3-day event that you'll be seeing people immersed. It's the Samuel Beckett long, weird pause in the middle of the play, turning into a 3-day event, but with like, obviously something spectacular is supposed to be happening, but maybe nothing's happening. Because it's driven by the characters, and I think as we go forward, people are going to get that. Unless they're driving it, nothing's going to happen. Sure.
Buckles love chairs. They love chairs. Sometimes they usually just have like a purpose. Like,
The performers will be role-playing with or without the audience paying attention. With over 100 people interacting and having battles and quests and negotiating opportunities is something that people will be able to see. And there'll be areas throughout the soap factory, out in the community in the other areas, we're to the parks, we're going to be into the streets, having a 3-day fully immersive performance activity. And I look at it as all of the objects become alive when the audience and the player characters and the non-player characters are interacting and moving through the space, and just the visual impact of that with the sounds and the sights and the video.
6 normal! 2 normal! 6 normal! 6 normal! 2 normal! 2 normal!
What is going on?
Hey, Wizard! Here's your vice president's head. Yours is next.
Okay, this is good. We're out of here. I'm rifting out.